Hey everybody, just had a thought. So I've been talking with someone from my profile about she gets stopped when she's writing, and that's a common problem with young writers. You get an idea and you want to write it out, but then you're like, I'm kind of stuck. Well, in my experience, and this is my experience, every writer's going to be a little different. The bread and butter of being a storyteller is not the outcome of your story, is not your climax, is not the finish, because no story you're ever going to tell is new. None. Not a single one. It's already been told. And people know this. People are not reading your work to read something new. Not in the sense that the climax or the outcome is strange and different and exciting. The hero wins, the hero loses, it doesn't matter. It's already been told before. The bread and butter of a writer is the how. And what do I mean by that? You ever had a hamburger from Burger King? Probably. How about from McDonald's? Probably. How about Five Guys? Red Robin? Smash Burger? Whataburger? Gonna throw that out there. Yeah, you probably have. But they're all hamburgers, so why would you have a hamburger from anywhere but the one place you've had a hamburger from? Because while it's the same exact product, and I mean the same exact product, it's about how someone did it a little differently. So your bread and butter as a writer is not to come up with a new piece of food. Don't worry about, well, I got to come up with something different. No, you don't. You don't have to come up with something super different. You have to come up with something that maybe everybody's already seen before, but you just have to put your spin on it. That's what's going to make you stand out. It's going to make you a little bit different. When I mean a little bit different, I mean only a little bit different. Don't worry about being the new and the exciting and different in the grand scheme, like all that kind of stuff. Focus on how are you going to be, just how you deliver it. So one of the things I'll recommend as a writer, and I've talked about outlining, when you start your outline or you start detailing out where you want your story to go, the very first thing you should do after writing the concept is write the ending. How do you want that story to end? What's your climax going to look like? There's going to be a lot of how in there that you won't know. But immediately, while you're still in that hotbed of creativity with that new story idea, go ahead and plan your ending. Even if it's just rough, like a rough-hewn concept. So-and-so does this. This is where I want it to end. And then I at least want this big scene somewhere in the middle because I love car chase scenes or fights or maybe some really great argument. Write that immediately. Write that at the height of that creative juice you're burning. Because what you'll spend the rest of your time doing is writing how. You're writing how. That's the majority of your time as a writer is not writing what, it's writing how. How does character A, or how does your main character get from point A to point B? That's what makes it interesting. When I sit there and watch a science fiction or a Star Trek episode or whatever, I already know that the crew's going to win. I already know what's going to happen, roughly speaking. I just want to see how they do it. You as a writer, your job isn't to come up with some new ending. It's just to come up with a way that you're transporting your reader from point A to point B along with your characters. That's your goal. That's your job. So don't worry and don't stress about, what am I going to do? Just choose an ending. Choose an ending that you would like to see as a reader, and just put that down and say that's what's going to happen. And then the rest of your time as a writer is spent just bringing that to life. If you're getting caught up worried about all that time stuff and what's going to happen and it's really slowing you down, stop worrying about what's going to happen Start focusing on how it's going to happen. That's what all the writing time is for. When you get started, just get started. Write out where you want the ending to go. Use that at the very beginning. And then spend the rest of your time working about how, because that's what's going to carry your reader. Not what happens, how it happens. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to y'all later.